Hey everybody, Soybean Farmer, Tuesday, June 16th. Well, it's time to drag out the sprayer. You saw me doing some backpack work and you saw me doing some hand pulling. I didn't video it, but there was scattered water hemp out there that I didn't pull. So I went back and hit it with the backpack, and I'm seeing a result from that. We'll walk out there and take a look at it. But today's objective is to get this cranked. I think it'll crank. I just put a new battery in it. Yeah, I found out Sunday the battery was dead. But we got to get that tool out, and hopefully, you know, put the pump back on it, rinse it out, and hopefully everything works. I hate it when I find out, okay, it just sat here, why did it break? But believe it or not, that happens. Let's walk out here and see what my spraying did for this. Those plants right there, let's see here, and that one right there. Okay, that's about 30 hours since I sprayed them. Here's one over here. Let's see how this one looks. Yeah, Liberty will do a number on this stinking water hemp, because that wind's a little annoying. Maybe it'll lay down. But they're calling for rain. Well, 30% chance tomorrow. So if I could get over this afternoon, I think the timing would be really, really good on it. And it's funny. You can see those rows right there. That's how I end dress the field. Because on this angle where that planter sets in and out of there, you'd have a kind of a zigzag Pinkenshire effect. But I am rather pleased with the way that came up. Yep, rather pleased. Okay, see if we can get big Bubba truck to crank, get out of the way, and then come over here and get that sprayer out of there. All right, we'll be back in a little while, folks. Well, that was a good feeling, and it was nice to see the bed just work too. All right, now let's get that to crank. Okay, that was uneventful. Top link's way too long. I'll fix that. And now I gotta go dig the pump out of the storage box. See what's gonna be the deal with this. All right. Well, there it is. I didn't bore y'all with all the put the pump together, clean out the tank, clean out all the nozzles, get pressure set correct, calibrate, all that stuff. But there it is, put together. Walk up and get a little closer view of it. You see out that side, the boom's right there. And over here, that's a 30-foot boom. First time I used it here was last year. I bought it last year and brought it here. I'm glad I did. Makes a huge difference over that little tiny thing I was using. That and the fact that I've got a much, much bigger pump than the one I had on that little tiny sprayer. Well, kind of leaning towards going ahead and spraying. This is a very nice sprayer. It's a true 3-section boom. You've got a control valve that lets you have the left and right arms or center, any one of those sections on, or a combination of. Now what I had just done here is use the left boom, the boom that I'm fixing to raise, to come down the edge of that field and get an even line there. And the reason for what's going on here is the boom I lowered and I'm about to put back up has to be on the outside. There's the way this thing, I looked at it and tried to re-engineer it, but couldn't do it. Where the nozzles locate, the mounting hardware's got a sharp piece on it that rubs against the tubing. And it's last year I rubbed a hole in that tubing and it burst. So what I'm doing with that tie down strap is I'm pulling that arm away from the other arm so those two pieces don't rub. Because I'm finished and I'm headed back to the shop, and believe it or not, just a short ride from there back to the shop, those arms would rattle up against one another and cause me a big headache. I didn't get a lot of video trying to spray. I was too busy tending to all the stuff you tend to. You don't want to mess this up. So, I'm tired. But I've got over, let's see, that's 5.5 and this is 2 out here. So let's see, 5.5 plus 2, that's 7.5 acres that I just completed spraying today. And I feel pretty good about getting in here and getting it done. Nice shade of this tree here. And yeah, I'm ready to go put the tractor up and see if I can't find me some coffee. Well, I didn't get out here with the drone today, but cousin got off work and got home. This is some more of his corn. Actually, this is probably the biggest amount. I'd guess that to be 2 3/4 acres. Yeah, this field measures 5 acres. And he took, this field over there is a lot of sand, soft type soil. But in the center here, it's hard. It's like got some red clay in it. And then as you get over to that end there, you get back to sand, soft soil. And for soil improvement, he put this corn in the center of the Allen field. This is the Allen field, the famous Allen field, our high yield best field. But this will put that organic matter from all that corn silage, stalk and leaves and stuff back into the soil. And there he is way over yonder. Let's see, we'll play with that zoom thing, see if that'll work. You zoom a camera, it gets real difficult to hold. But I think he's got maybe one pass to come back down this way. I'm in shade. Takes a lot to get that sprayer put together and calibrated, and just time consuming. And then when you're trying to fill a tank out of a garden hose, well, that's more time. But I'm still real delighted about, I got 7.5 acres of beans sprayed. You want to see some pretty beans? This is so annoying. The deer stay behind the pine trees right out there, all protected. So they go on that field. But let me walk up here and show you something pretty. Look at those rows. Gorgeous. Thick, full, even. You know, that's the thing about it, kind of gets me. Same planter. Cousin's planter that he built last year. John Deere 71 Flexi planter. And him pulling it behind the 1020, planting this, looking gorgeous. And me pulling it behind the Ford, not so gorgeous. Okay, he's coming down the last 2 rows right beside the beans. And it looks like he knew exactly what he was doing when he tucked the beans up next to the corn, because he's not hurting that bean row and he's getting the corn done. Let's see if I can walk out here and give y'all a look at what he's doing here. Yeah, it's still a lot of water down here in this soil. Still wet, but corn needs that fertilizer. Well, that would tend to that and get it done. That went right beside them. Right perfect. Now let's see what Cousin's got to say. No, you can have it.
You something to eat?
No, I'm not hungry. That looks good, Cuz.
Huh?
That looks good.
Thank you.
That was almost like you planned for that or something beside them beans. It
Well, I was trying, yeah.
threw dirt right up beside them.
Yeah.
Is fertilizer doing any better today?
Yeah. It's doing real good.
That soil looks wet to me.
It's got more. Nightmare.
Yeah.
I get hair grow on my head like this stuff grows in the field. I'd have a beautiful head of hair.
Well, the Ford won't fit in here.
No.
It ain't spaced right.
No, it ain't gonna make it.
But that tractor will, and if you want to, we can put the sprayer behind that tractor and you can spray this.
We'll see. I'm trying to push the dirt to it though. Then I have to do all that. I'm gonna have some organic corn. I gave you organic because fertilizer chemical. Never mind. Forget it.
That's right. We got the fertilizer on it.
Chemical.
You gonna go do the little triangle thing?
I am.
Oh, cool.
Glad you showed up.
Uh-oh.
Well, cause you gonna take your pickup. I'm gonna carry a tractor over there. You gonna take your pickup. You gonna pick me up and bring me back and get the truck. Then I'm gonna go get some fertilizer. Then I'm gonna go back over there and plow.
Oh, I get to be the taxi service.
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know how to do that.
And where's the video from last night?
It's up.
It is already?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's down at the other end and the sun's gonna get in this camera and mess it up, but you can see how red this soil is right up here. But he's got it cultivated. Rows look gorgeous. These beans, I was down at the other end of the field looking at them, but look at that. I'll try to hold the camera still. That's like something you'd see in one of these Syngenta farmer magazines advertising how good their seed is. It's just near perfect in my mind. Not a lot of weed pressure. No pre was put on it. This spot, this field, for the last 2 years, we've had a real good handle on water hemp. So it hadn't had a chance to make seed, but I know there's a bunch of seed in there and eventually it's gonna come up. And we were just looking at the beans on the other side of the corn and made the agreement to spray them Friday because they've got a tremendous amount of water hemp and whatever, morning glory in it. Coming along pretty. That's gorgeous. All right, back to the truck.